Hey Lab Rats, and welcome to this edition of the Metal Lab podcast. Hi Tom, how you doing?
Not too bad. How are you, Rich?
Yeah, I'm pretty good myself. So we've been headlong into this year now, starting to actually get to hear some more fantastic metal. Hopefully going to a few more gigs. If you haven't had a chance, check out the YouTube channel. On there we've got some live shows that we've already been to, managed to record and have a few interviews with some of them.
In the Pit series.
It's going very well, so please do check that out, and all of the other great bands that we have, not only on our YouTube channel but also on the Facebook group. And if you're not a member, please go on there, become a member, come and find all the amazing stuff that we're trying to achieve and do for the local metal scene.
And just support the underground metal scene.
Exactly, that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Definitely.
So in that vein, let's have our first underground metal band. So who is it we're going to be listening to first, Tom?
So this is a Swedish band. They formed in 2019.
Okay.
They're sort of a heavy thrash band. They're called Vomith. They have an EP called Final Warning. And their song that we're going to be playing is a track called Driven.
Let's go.
Through all these years
So that was Vometh with Driven. So that was a nice track to get us started on.
Yeah, very cool. A lot of guitar stuff on there, which is really cool.
Yes, I do like myself some heavy guitars,
Yeah,
I must admit.
Yeah.
So obviously we were having a little chat about obviously some of the live shows and you go to and the differences. I know obviously you were talking about crowd killing and how that is, and I have noticed over the years that there's been less and less of that. Now obviously over the past few years we've not been allowed out, so there's not been that kind of thing. But obviously there seems to be this big debate of whether there should be crowd killing or whether there shouldn't be in shows. So where do you sort of lie on that discussion?
I think if you go to a hardcore gig, you've got to expect it because it is more of the hardcore movement, isn't it?
Yeah.
But obviously, there are people that will go to just normal metal gigs and start doing it, and it's a bit intimidating for some people. I mean, if it's your first ever gig and you want to just enjoy yourself in the pit, and you've got some guy swinging his arms around, intending to hurt you, because that's what I think they are intending to hurt you. Some of them, I've been in it where I've been elbowed in the face and stuff, and
I think you're right. I think when pits can be rough places, obviously, especially circle pits and things, and elbows and fists and things. The amount of times, especially when I was younger, getting knocked over in the middle of the pit. But the whole idea was everyone would then help you back up again.
Definitely.
And I think I'm with you on the crowd. And if you go to a hardcore gig, I think there is a certain element of people there that's almost an expectation of that's what's going to be happening in the pit. And so you go in ready to do that. But I don't think it's prevalent as it used to be. I actually think it's calmed down. I don't know whether you have a slightly different opinion.
Yeah, we went to a few metalcore gigs in 2020, and there was quite a lot of crowd killers there. That
I'm guessing that was the beginning of 2020.
Yeah. It was the last gig of 2020. It was the IR's Murder at Electric Brixton, and there were all sort of metalcore, sort of death metal bands there.
Okay.
So no need to do the crowd killing at all. But it did cause a bit of a scene in the pit because you had your, your die-hard death metal fans who aren't really interested in people that are wanting to hurt people.
Yeah.
And it caused a bit of a ruckus, and obviously, which you shouldn't. But these people are there to throw fists and throw elbows and do the windmill kicks and everything. It's not a karate session, is it? It's not though, is it?
No, I think I think you've hit the nail on the head there, and I think I agree with you in the fact of if it's intentionally done to hurt people or just to exert your dominance in the pit, then I think definitely frowned upon. If it's a case of no, I'm just so into this music that I'm just letting everything out, then that I totally understand. So let us know in the comments what you think. Join us on the Metal Lab page again, join in there, join in the conversation. Give us your thoughts on whether you think crowd killing is an essential part of the metal scene, whether it should only be for hardcore gigs, whether it just shouldn't be allowed at all. Let us know your opinions, and maybe we can catch up with that on our next podcast and see what people have been saying.
I think it's going to be quite an interesting topic to discuss, isn't it? Because obviously, have I got a right to headbutt someone in the pit?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Do you get what I mean?
See, I'd say no, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure I have been headbutted accidentally in plenty of pits.
But what I'm saying is, if I go around headbutting everyone, do you get what? Can you see where I'm coming from?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it just comes from that. So so let us know in the comments what you think, and let us know your views. So who have we got coming up next?
So we've got a band from New Zealand, 4-piece, very old school metal, as you'll hear. They're called Urenza, and this track is called King of Kings.
Let's go.
This light of hand, not what it seems, got me where they want, nowhere to run. They stab my back and twist the knife, but they don't know you can't kill the king. I am the King of Kings. me. I am the King of Kings. Long live the King. Beg for despair, they'll disappear. They twist the truth and lie to you. Is there no justice, no liberty? I am the ruler, land, air, and sea. I am the King of Kings. You're here to worship me. I am the King of Kings. Long live the King.
So that was Yorenza with King of Kings. So I can see what you mean about with that old school element of there. I can, definitely
It's
hear
really
that.
cool.
So going from old sounding metal to the latest undiscovered music. So not even unsigned, not even underground, just undiscovered. Some little gems that
Definitely.
with your metal detecting hat on,
yeah.
going out there and finding. So, what gems have you found for us this time?
Okay, so we got a 4-piece metal band from Springfield in USA. They're called Soul Sleeper.
But not The Simpsons, obviously.
No, obviously. They're called Soul Sleeper. They've got sort of influences from sort of As I Lay Dying and Killswitch Engage, which you'll probably hear.
Yep.
They released their first EP in 2018 called Principium. So yeah, that's really cool.
Very nice.
Another band called Cutthroat Conspiracy. Again, metalcore genre, 5-piece. They're from Fort Worth, Texas.
Okay, so a couple of really good American bands there.
Yeah, so they're really cool as well. And then we've got a hardcore metalcore act. This is a 2-piece act.
Oh, that's interesting. So not something you normally find in
Not from metalcore as well. No. So these are from Los Angeles. They are called Ghostborn.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah.
So that's quite interesting, like you say, a 2-piece from that. So that's quite interesting that they managed to get.
Yeah, how would they have got all the the drums?
So I'm guessing it's triggered kind of stuff from that. Yeah. We'll have to do a little bit of investigating.
Yeah. So they had a 2021 EP, and that's called Sounds Like Home. So yeah, it's really cool. So 3 very cool undiscovered bands with not many followers at the moment on Spotify. So if anyone wants to check them guys out, so that is Cutthroat Conspiracy, Soul Sleeper, and Ghostborn.
Cool. So which of these 3 bands are we going to play next?
We are going to be played a track called Self-Inflicted by Soul Sleeper.
Let's go. So that was Soul Sleeper with Self-Inflicted. So that was actually a really good track.
Yeah, really sort of technical sounds as well.
Yeah.
I love it.
So it is surprising that obviously all three of those bands don't have that many followers. So please do go out and check them out. By all means, go onto our Spotify, check out all of the fantastic bands that we have on there as well. So there's some great undiscovered acts on there. So
I'm adding them quite regularly as well. So yeah.
So, fantastic. So obviously we've going then from the undiscovered into a band that's a little bit more established.
Yeah.
So I believe this band are going to be coming up and doing some touring soon.
They are, yeah. A band called Fury. They're a 4-piece from the West Midlands. They just started their UK tour.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, I think it started on March the 18th.
Oh, brilliant. So in full swing.
So that's really cool. And I think it's like about a 15 or 16 day tour. They'll be playing at the Peterborough Met Lounge. We'll be there.
Excellent. So yeah, please come down and say hi.
They'll be playing there on the 5th of May. So support is still to be decided at the moment because they're not sure sort of what support is going to be. There's nothing sort of on the socials yet at the moment. I think maybe because it's a little bit, it's a couple of months yet, isn't it? So by the time
by the time this goes out, it won't be.
Yeah. It's a couple of months, isn't it? So by the time 2 months yet, they've just only started touring. So
no, that's awesome.
That's the thing. So yeah, another really cool sort of old school metal band as well, which you'll hear. So,
excellent. So what track are we going to be playing for them?
So the track that we're playing is from the album Born to Sin.
Yep.
And the track is called Hell of a Night.
Let's go.
It's close to midnight and it's time for rugged scale. Such horrors on the screen, no, you can't help but stare. What will it be tonight? A killer in a mess. Creepy children shining bright. Ooh, wicked past. The county is grabbing the weights. You better run for your life. You might think you're safe, but things ain't what they seem. It's not just because you let me hear you scream. But you have to test. In bits and pieces you rest. No one gets out alive. Come on, oh, this is a hell of a night. Tripping to the woods is not a great idea. Don't dream of the nightmare man, he's powered by your fears. The undead have returned from beyond the grave. The moon hangs in the sky as the wolfman stalks his prey. Cause of the pharaoh's unleashed, you better run for your life. You might think you're safe, but things ain't what they seem. It's not just because you let
So that was Fury with Hell of a Night. So yeah, I could definitely hear that old school.
Yeah, definitely.
In there.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, like we said, they'll be playing live, so please do come on down, try and catch their shows. And again, any local metal bands or metal shows that are going on, go down, show your support. Let the venues know that people are willing to come down and see these bands, because the more they see that people are willing to come, the more bands they'll put on.
It's quite a shame as well, because there's a lot of venues in Norwich apparently they're just closing down. And these venues are the venues that are responsible for like gigs. I mean, I read somewhere that the Norwich Waterfront's been taken over with new management.
Okay.
The Waterfront is a really, really cool venue for metal. So hopefully the new owners will continue to use it as that. But
I can't see them not, to be honest, because like you say, it's one of those places, the Waterfront, where lots of bands have gone up. Obviously, we've been down to see lots of shows down there over the years, so it is one of those main staple places where on the touring circuit.
It's only the fans and people like ourselves that can keep it still alive.
Still going.
So
make sure you do help keep music alive by going out, seeing these bands. If you've never heard of them before, just give them a chance. You never know, they may become your next favourite band.
Definitely.
That's what I'd say. So, talking of possible next favourite bands, who have we got coming up next?
This is a German 4-piece metalcore band called Call It Tragedy.
Okay.
I think that's it. No steps puns there, I'm afraid. Yeah. They sort of switch between sort of technical metal riffs with the harsh vocals and the clean vocals. So as you'll hear on the track, it's very, very cool.
Yeah, it's a bit of a different, isn't it? So when it first kicks in, when I first heard this, and you sort of saying, "Oh, these are a bit of death metal-y," and I was thinking, "Are you sure?" And then obviously the vocals kick in. It's like, "Oh, I can see what you mean," and then the switch. And it's quite nice hearing those different elements coming in.
I think now metalcore's sort of becoming a very, very popular genre now. You know, it really is. I think that it's getting more sort of relevant that you're having the clean vocalist and the harsh vocalist.
Yeah, there seems to be more of that blend coming out, doesn't there?
It does.
So, what's the name of the track?
The track that we're going to be playing is Immortal.
Let's go. So that was Call It Tragedy with Immortal. So yeah, but again, an interesting track. Like I said, the
Very
beginning
cool.
of that threw me off a little bit on the type
Yeah.
it was going to be, but
Yeah.
no, fantastic. So obviously we, as well as this fantastic YouTube channel that we have here, make sure you like, comment and subscribe.
Definitely.
We also have our Facebook group, The Metal Lab. So on there we try our best to help support as many underground and unsigned bands as possible. I know for your part on that, Tom, obviously you write a lot of reviews and get sent a lot of press releases and things.
Definitely.
So I know you've been quite excited about a particular band, so do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's a Stirlingshire three piece called Arc Arrival.
Yeah, good band.
They were previous winner of our Battle of the Bands
Yeah.
as well.
Great tracks as well.
They released a new single, Forsaken,
Yeah.
on the 28th of February, so that's doing really well. It's getting
Yeah.
a lot of listens, a lot of promotion. Their new album is released on the 29th of April, so that's
Oh,
called
wow.
Amethyst. So this will be like their
The
second
next
sort of
step into
installment.
that
Yeah,
thing, yeah,
'cause,
fantastic.
their first EP was really cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so hopefully they've got a press launch of that in May, which is quite cool in Glasgow. So
Very nice.
that will be really cool for them as well. Yeah, so things are getting really, really cool for them. It's
Nice.
nice to see Scottish bands excelling a little bit.
Well, I know they obviously hold a special place in your
Definitely.
Scottish heart for that as
Definitely,
well.
yeah.
So if you are a band and you want some free advertising, come onto the page. Every Thursday we have the gig list, so if you've got any gigs coming up, make sure you get them on there just to let people know where you're playing. If you've got any merch, come onto the page, show yourselves out. We really don't mind bands putting their merch on there, saying
Yep.
buy our stuff. Anything we can do to try and help keep music alive and spread metal,
Definitely.
we're there with that.
Yeah.
And that's obviously our aim with what we're doing. So yeah, so please do come in, get involved with what we're doing, just so that we can help you
Yeah.
spread your music.
Exactly.
basically.
We also have the Friday poll where you vote on a
Just
typical
pretty good topics and
topic,
things
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Tuesday we have my track of the week.
Yep.
So I feature a band every week on Tuesday, and then I choose a track.
Yep. Little write up and
Yeah,
everything on there.
That's really cool. So even if you're a reviewer or you're someone that's looking to hone your skills and join us at the Metal
Yeah.
Lab, any new ideas, that would be fantastic.
Yeah,
as
by
well,
all
you
means,
know.
yeah, come on board. Let us
Come
know.
along and create your own segment.
Yeah,
You
more than happy
yeah,
for that
yeah,
kind of thing. Yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
So if you have a passion for metal, get in contact, and we'll do everything we can to help make that a reality for you in
Definitely.
whatever way we can.
Mhm.
Because obviously that's what it's all about. It's about spreading the scene and making the Metal Lab a place where everyone can come and know that they can get the very best in underground, unsigned, and undiscovered metal out there.
Join the Labrat Army.
Yeah. So talking about undiscovered, unsigned bands, who have we got playing us out?
Well, this band is called Disturb the Dead.
Very nice.
Yeah, quite a cool name. So they're a 4-piece death metal band from Alberta, Canada. I discovered these guys, so
Yeah.
I thought I'd sort of do a bit of research on them and start listening to them. Their last album was released in 2018. That was called Nightmare,
Okay.
and then they've just released a couple of singles after that.
Right, okay, so
Yeah,
no new
so
album since then, just some more
Nothing,
tracks.
yeah. So, but the
Okay.
new singles have obviously got some quite good sort of feedback as well,
Yeah.
which is quite interesting. So some bands do this, don't they? They just release an EP, then they maybe not have the funds or whatever.
Yeah.
Or
Well, I also think there's
Yeah.
there's a bit of a change that's going on. So obviously, when we were younger, it was all about the albums. You'd
Yeah.
have an album, you'd release 2 or 3 singles if you was lucky off it. But
definitely,
it was all about the album saying something. I think that
Yeah.
has been a massive change in that over the last sort of 10 years, really. Just in the fact that there's more and more bands now just releasing
singles, yeah.
and not really necessarily worrying about writing 8, 10, 12 songs and then releasing them as a whole. They'll write, they'll release, and I think it does make a difference in there because obviously I think some people, especially in the era of prog, people
Yeah.
are trying to say a message with their albums,
Definitely.
whereas now I think people are just trying to say what they need to say with the individual singles and let them speak for themselves.
Yeah, definitely.
So what's the name of the track we're going to
The
play?
track is called R.I.P.
Let's go. So that was Disturb the Dead with R.I.P. And yeah, quite right. It's a good track to be going out
Very
on.
cool, yeah.
So obviously, like we said, come on over to the Metal Lab. We really do appreciate everybody who helps us out so that we can help out more bands. Like we said, if you're a band and you want promoting, get in contact. If you just want to spam the page with your gigs, with your merch, please do that.
But add a description.
But make sure
That's
you
one of the
do
rules.
add a description. Yeah, obviously
Yeah.
we don't want people just to put a video up there.
No.
Let us know a bit about you. Don't just put a video. Let us know why we should be listening to you.
We always encourage that. I think it's very important that you do add a description and try and sell your band and sell yourself, because people are interested and they want to read about it. And if it's just a normal link that doesn't really mean anything, it's just going to be lost content, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's not really good for the band. It's not what the group's about either. We want to get you as much exposure as we can.
Yeah. So, and if you need any advice on those kinds of things, then by all means get in contact and we'll do what we can to help.
Definitely, yeah.
So please make sure you like, comment, subscribe to both the YouTube channel, go over onto the Facebook group, make sure you join on our Spotify. Again, we've got lots of new music on there. Check out all these fantastic bands, just so that obviously we can help you experience the very best in metal. So for all your news, reviews and interviews, join us at the Metal Lab,
the home of underground metal.